cabinet. Justice Anthony Mrima has declared President Kenyatta's decision as a contravention of the constitution null and void. Badi had been allowed to sit in the cabinet pursuant to an executive order number 3 of 2020 after taking an oath of secrecy at State House Nairobi in September of last year. But the court has now ruled that the inclusion of Badi in the cabinet was questionable and was not approved by the National Assembly. President Kenyatta appointed Badi to run key functions of the Nairobi County government that were transferred to the national government under NMS, a development that is also drowned with legal challenges. And staying on the course, the judiciary says internet connectivity remains a challenge in delivering justice during the COVID-19 pandemic, in which physical court sessions are largely avoided in social distancing guidelines. Chief Justice Martha Koome argues that penetration of mobile technology is a great opportunity to digitize judicial services and may even prove effective in addressing the case's backlogs. She was speaking during the Southern African Chief Justices Forum in Zimbabwe.
In Kenya, we've been able to embrace technology almost at 40% because the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, and the High Courts, Commercial Division, Family Division, Civil Division, and the hearing of applications, serving of processes is now completely online, successfully online. We still have the challenges of internet connectivities, especially in the rural areas, which is the same as everybody in this East and South Africa region. But everybody is embracing innovative ways of how to use the government facilities, the in-government services, and also leveraging on the fact that everybody has a mobile phone, a device that can be used to access e-services, can also access e-judiciary services.
Elsewhere, the Director of Public Prosecutions has been disallowed from referring to two statements from the Kenya Commercial Bank in the 84 million shillings graft case against Samburu Governor Moses LENOLKULAL. Trial Magistrate Thomas Nzioka rejected a bid by the prosecution to have their witnesses table the bank documents as evidence against Governor LENOLKULAL. Governor LENOLKULAL, I beg your pardon, had protested the use of bank documents, arguing that it will be prejudicial to him as the documents did not meet the threshold of Evidence Act. The court established that the two documents were not certified and were not in their original form. LENOLKULAL and another suspect are accused of unlawfully acquiring at least 84 million shillings for the supply of fuel to Samburu County government through Oryx service station, which is associated with him in a conflict of interest case. Let's turn to COVID-19 now and stay with at least 82% of the world's vaccine doses acquired by wealthy nations and less than 1% going to low-income countries. South African President Cyril Ramaphosa is now termed an even distribution of vaccines globally as an indictment to humanity. This comes as the African Union considers purchasing its own vaccines instead of relying on donations from the West.
It is an indictment on humanity that more than 82% of the world's vaccine doses have been acquired by wealthy countries, while less than 1% has gone to low-income countries. Unless we address this as a matter of urgency, the pandemic will last much longer and new mutations of the virus will emerge and spread. The pandemic has been a stark reminder of our mutual dependency, and that instability in one region of the world inevitably impacts its neighbors.
Elsewhere, top government officials from northeastern Kenya have defended President Uhuru Kenyatta's development record and appointments in the region while taking a swipe at the president's detractors. The National Treasury CS Ukur Yatani and the Director of Public Prosecutions Nurdin Haji say the region is firmly behind President Uhuru Kenyatta's development agenda and record. Yatani and Haji say that our time has come to permanently secure the interests of the northern Kenya region as the nation heads to the ballot in 2022. Leaders from the region are drumming support for the UPYA movement formed to champion the interests of the region as a united bloc. Haji argued that President Kenyatta's administration has empowered the region more than any other leader.
Waziri ya finance ya nchi ya Kenya anaweza kuambiwa yeye ni mtu wa mkono. Kwa hivyo ikiwa yeye ni waziri, tumepewa sisi nafasi kama watu wa juu. Sisi watu wa North tumepewa hiyo cheo. Ishawahi kuwa kwa miaka 55 tushawahi kupata cheo kama hiyo. Alafu mtu anakuja kusema ati mtu ya mkono.
And we have every confidence that Honorable Uhuru Kenyatta means well for this country. He means well for the people of Northern Kenya. That we are not only believing in him, but we are also going to stand up and fight for the cause and the direction that's going to give us. But more importantly, we want to be the part of the agenda of this country. We want to be on the table where people are discussing the future of this country.
And normalcy is slowly returning to the Rumuruti area of Laikipia County, which has been marred by conflict between ranchers and local pastoralist communities. The famous Rumuruti livestock auction market in Laikipia County is once again abuzz with activity, even as others decry low livestock prices brought about by drought. Nuru Abdulaziz has more of the conflict and security operation in the county.
It is market day at the busy Rumuruti livestock auction market. But the whirlwind of activity has not been witnessed here for the last few weeks. Trading was paralyzed by clashes that rocked the area between herders, ranchers and the local community. Traders are elated at the return of business.
Biashara imerudi kuwa chini kwa sababu sasa wanunuzi hata bado wanahofia hii magari ukiangalia hapa ni chache. Ndio turikafi hiyo wakati itakuwa muda kidogo. Maybe wiki 2-3 lakini kama kuna amani hata biashara itajilete.
Saa hii tunaendelea kuuza, hata ng'ombe tunaendelea kuuza, sipokuwa nile mkonde. Hakuna pesa. Hata sasa penye waona tunauza, hakuna pesa hajakuwa penye tunausanga.
Approximately 2,000 cattle and 5,000 sheep and goats are sold in the town's weekly livestock auction every Thursday.
Ng'ombe bado yuko mbalimbali na bado yuko na shida hiyo ng'ombe mbalimbali mahali imeenda sababu ya kiangazi.
Na bei nayo imerudi kuwa duni sana. Ukiangalia kondo kama inakuanga 15,000 lakini saa hizi unaambia hata 5,000 6,000.
A couple of 100 meters north of the town center, the Rumuruti livestock market attracts traders from as far as Baringo, Turkana, Isiolo and Samburu, and buyers from as far as Meru, Nairobi, Nakuru, Murang'a, Nyeri and even neighboring Somalia.
Kiangazi plus ile mambo juzi ilikuwa kwa hapa. Ile usalama ilikuwa imekosekana Laikipia kidogo. Na Olmora na ndio bado inachangia sana kwa sababu watu wote wa Olmora saa hizi hata wanaogopa kutoa mbuzi zao kuleta soko.
Na ningeomba tu wale ambao wanasafirisha mifugo, kama kuna mahali ambapo haijafikiwa na mvua, kuwe na ile utaratibu, kwa sababu kutafuta lisha pia mifugo ili kuziwe na ile masukumano na taharuki, watumie formula vizuri. Tuko na wazee, tuko na chief, tuko na ofisi ya DCC na ACC, waangalia kwamba wametumia formula mzuri.
Last week, angry residents had stormed the market and flushed out herders who had brought their livestock for sale during a mini market day. They accused the herders of stealing their livestock. Only yesterday, tens of cattle were stolen and one person killed in Olmoran area of Laikipia. Nuru Abdulaziz, NTV.
The Senate Committee on Lands, Environment and Natural Resources has ordered a former Kenya Seed Managing Director Nathaniel Tum to hand over 10 hectares of land belonging to Kitale School, of which the school lays claim to. The committee, led by Nyandarua Senator Paul Mwangi, made the recommendation after paying a visit to the institution on a fact-finding mission following the petition against TUM in August. The former Kenya Seed MD was found to have breached his duty as a trustee, being the chairman of the Parent Teachers Association and a member of the board of governors of the school, in illegally acquiring the land in question by conspiring with the then Commissioner of Lands in the allotment process. Meanwhile, Kitale High School Principal MLCTNA called on relevant bodies to fast-track the reclaiming of the land which belongs to the school.
I want to state here for the record that I was allotted this land in 1994, having applied as an ordinary person.
Thank you for the Senate for picking it up and making the decision that they were able to make, that the school initial land in the initial title of 55 hectares be reverted back to the school.
And 16 people have been arrested in connection with selling illicit alcoholic drinks in Migori County. This happened during an ongoing operation that aims to put an end to the circulation of contraband, illegal drinks and unlicensed products. Migori County Commissioner Mwangi Meru says the operation has seized some illegal alcoholic drinks that were unaccustomed, originating from the neighboring Tanzania. 13 gambling machines have also been seized across the county and owners of the premises arrested.
Na lengo yetu ni kuhakikisha tunataka kuimplement government directives ya kwamba 35 days of RRI ndio tuhakikishe all counterfeits, all substandard alcoholic drinks, outlets, wherever they are, we are going to enter and seek whether these drinks are of substandard or they are meeting the criteria. We want to ensure that those people who are consumers are going to do that and not the other 18.
All right, and authorities in Kilifi County have begun crackdown to rid the county of all the counterfeit and illicit alcohol drinks in bars and restaurants. A study done in the Coast region shows that consumption of drugs is at 29%, affecting the socio-economic status of the youth. Kilifi County Commissioner Kutswa Olaka will lead the multi-agency team composed of NACADA, KEBS at the Kenya Revenue Authority. He is to collaborate with the county government on inspecting bars and clubs as well as palm wine dens. Olaka says this exercise will last 30 days.
Mojawapo ya changamoto tunazozipata ni hizi mangwe. Saa zingine zinakuwa katika sehemu ziko karibu na mashule, sehemu ziko karibu na makanisa. Crime inaenda juu, mambo ya uchumi pia inaenda chini. Na pia wengine ambao wako na hizo license wanakuwa na watoto ambao wako chini ya miaka 18 wanaingia kule.
Let's turn to the business world, and there is a risk of erosion of customers' confidence in digital platforms that they may have cost enormous resources to build and implement in the banking sector following the shift to more online transactions as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. That's one of the observations of the from the Deloitte East Africa Banking Industry Trends Report 2021, which has just been released. Deloitte notes that the increased interconnectedness multiplies the cyber risks that the banks face. The report says that with increased access to more customer data points, banks can take advantage of the emerging technologies to offer more personalized customer experiences. Deloitte believes that regulatory changes in a post-pandemic world may catalyze further consolidation in the banking industry. With that story from the banking industry, we take our first break, but we have more stories after this.
Ruiru Mabati Factory offers the best quality mabati at the most affordable prices. We pride in our 10 years experience. Our products have 15 years warranty and are KEBS certified. We manufacture box profile, Europe tile, Jenga tile, corrugated S profile, among others, in a wide variety of colors. Enjoy our free delivery in just 72 hours. To order, call us now on 0111 050 700. Ruiru Mabati Factory, mali safi kwa bei poa.
Who wants to answer? Mary?
Mary has a toothache.
Oh, I see. And who knows why?
Because her tooth is too big.
No, it might be a hole in her tooth called a cavity. That's why I brush twice a day using Colgate.
Imagine this is your tooth and these are food acids that cause cavities. Colgate with calcium and fluoride helps prevent cavities.
Who protects our teeth? For maximum cavity protection.
Introducing Colgate's Double Action Charcoal Toothbrush with charcoal-infused bristles.
Pass Smart. Now you can turn your house into a fabulous home with Zetu Furniture. With outstanding quality fabrics and contemporary styles, find a wide range of furniture at unbeatable prices. Shop in any of our stores today and enjoy further discounts until October 15th. Zetu Furniture. My home, my office.
We've learned to savor the moments that were always there. And they never tasted this good.
Boma Mabati makes your roof strong and appealing. It comes with a choice of various designs: Boma Box, Boma Tile, Boma Vase, in matte or glossy finish in various colors. Boma Mabati is quality, cost-friendly and KEBS certified. To place your order and enjoy free delivery, reach us on 0723 999981 or 0724 114411 or the details on your screen. Boma Mabati. Mabati ya kila boma.
Welcome back. The East African community is calling for concerted efforts towards equitable global access to vaccines and supporting investment to enable the region to bounce back from the COVID-19 shock. Speaking on the sidelines of the high-level debates at the 76th United Nations General Assembly UNGA in New York, Secretary General Dr. Peter Mathuki called for the waiver of intellectual property rights to allow more countries to produce COVID-19 vaccines. Mathuki says that intellectual property rights and export restrictions need to be lifted to allow vaccine production within the African continent. And Family Bank has expanded its branch network to 93 branches across the country with the opening of a new branch in Isiolo County. The bank is targeting to consolidate its footprint in the micro, small and medium-sized enterprise space, having raised 4.4 billion shillings through its June 2021 bond, which registered a subscription rate of 147%. The bank says it has tailored Sharia-compliant products to be able to cater for the needs of the vast majority of the population in Isiolo County. Family Bank CEO Rebecca Mbithi says the potential of Isiolo town is massive, with the county being a key connection point between the region that enabled infrastructure growth brought about by the LAPSSED corridor.
Family Bank, kama vile mnapojua, ni benki ambayo inashughulikia wanabiashara wale wa chini na wa medium wanaoitwa SME. Kwa hivyo tukija hapa tunasema wanabiashara, benki yenyu imekuja.
Tufungue mafikira yote yawezekana. Kufanya biashara kubwa kubwa inawezekana. Wana Isiolo, mimi najua mko na bidii sana. Mchukue hii nafasi. Mupate mkopo hapa. Hata Waislamu wale wakuli riba watapata product yao ambaye ni sheria compliant.
Staying in the counties, the Narok Border Association is sounding the alarm on the increasing number of minors taking up the trade against the law. A drive through the county and one spots various minors riding motorbikes, some even carrying passengers for financial gain, which is against the child rights and labor laws. County Coordinator Nick Pareyo says a number of children below the age of 18 years in the county have dropped out of school to operate border businesses. The operators are calling upon the government to lift curfew restrictions and reduce the cost of fuel amid the high cost of living in the country. The border sector is seen as vital as it provides employment to many young people who would be tempted into crime.
Ili tuweze kupunguza hizi ajali za barabarani, angalieni wale vijana wanakuja kuchukua pikipiki pale kama wako na insurance na helmet. Ndio wakati accident inafanyika pale, kama mtu ameumia either abiria ama dereva, aweze kulipwa na ile insurance.
And environmental actors are still pushing for sustainable, rapid responses to climate change effects. A hybrid summit dubbed Exponential Climate Action Summit 3 under the theme Circularity Race to Zero, bringing together industry players in Kenya and outside the country, has been deliberating on the collective and individual action and lifestyle shift as part of the climate action. We don't have time. The country director, Patrick Kiari, is urging Kenyans to play their part in saving the environment.
It's like we are living in a borrowed future for our generations to come. So I noted, or the idea, it was about what if everybody, whether it's a small child, can be the activist, can know the language we are talking about our future, and they start to care about their environment. You have so many ideas out there. Bring them in the board, and We Don't Have Time is the best platform which we are using to accommodate all ideas maybe one of you can have.
And the University of Nairobi says leveraging on technological advancements may be the solution to the challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic in the education sector. Kenya's largest institution of higher learning has held its 65th graduation ceremony today, a hybrid of virtual and physical ceremony in line with social distancing guidelines. This is the third virtual graduation ceremony under the COVID-19 pandemic, and the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Stephen Kiama, says the university has invested more resources in technology to support learning. During the ceremony, Simeon Lasirma, a former permanent secretary during the Moi regime, and Sambiru West MP were recognized for graduating with a Doctor of Philosophy degree at the age of 75 years.
We managed to adopt fast to the use of technology. The threads for delivery of teaching and learning in the higher education institutions will continue to shift to more enhanced use of technology. You all recall at the beginning, we faced a lot of resistance. I want to thank the Senate for their wisdom and steadfast commitment in offering leadership for adoption of technology in teaching and learning.
Today, more than ever before, our universities must step up to offer leadership in research, innovation, and technology. We look to the universities to provide direction on ways of solving problems such as the COVID-19 pandemic that is ravaging the world.
Let's turn to the international scene, and we start in West Africa, of course, where Ivory Coast, the world's largest cocoa producer, is facing mounting demand for ethical chocolate from Western consumers, a development further exacerbated by the problem of child labor in the country. A widely publicized police operation picked up dozens of children in a crackdown in the country's cocoa-producing heartland, where children forego school to provide cheap labor for farmers. Take a look at this report by our partners, the AFP.
Instead of attending school, these children in the Ivory Coast sort through cocoa beans on a plantation. Child labour in the industry is a scourge the country is trying to stamp out. In early May, a high-profile police operation received wide media coverage. For 2 days, dozens of officers were mobilised in the western Soubray region to root out children working. Around 68 were found.
We've been trying to raise awareness for a long time, but as long as you don't send strong signals, as well as punish people who employ children in dangerous work one by one, it will always continue. So we have to send signals.
22 people were sentenced to prison for child trafficking as a result of the operation. The Ivory Coast is the world's largest cocoa producer. NGOs have been highlighting the plight of child labourers in the industry for decades. But only recently has the country experienced pressure from Western consumers demanding ethical practices. In just 2 years, some 2,000 children have been removed from plantations. Many of them have found refuge in this centre in Subre.
I stopped going to school when I was 10 years old. When my parents didn't have enough money, I went out and helped them by working in the field.
Poverty is the main cause behind child exploitation. According to the World Bank, over 2.5 million people working in the cocoa industry live below the poverty line.
When we welcome the children, we smile a lot to gain their trust, and during the exchanges as well. And we initially listen. This allows us to detect whether the child is being trafficked or not, or if they are working or not.
Parents are then invited to the centre to discuss the situation further. This mediation work helps improve the schooling rate of children and families working in the industry. In serious cases involving abuse or forced labour, the children remain at the centre where they attend school.
And in the busy streets of Djibouti city, women clutching to handbags bulging with various foreign currencies targeting refugees from Yemeni foreign soldiers or Ethiopian truck drivers are not a difficult sight to come by. The money changers of Djibouti are keeping the informal economy informal. Forex trading, which they say offers a safe, reliable way, especially for women, to feed their families.
They sit on every street corner in Djibouti, their bags filled with cash. These women are money changers who drive the economy. They carry all types of currency: Djiboutian francs, Ethiopian birr, euros and dollars. Noura Hassan started this work 10 years ago from savings when her husband died.
We are aware of the exchange rates because our bank gives us this sheet. It's free. It's through this sheet that we know the exchange rates.
Dozens of women work in money changing in the city. It's a simple job, making it accessible for women with little schooling. Only 43% of women have formal education in the country in the Horn of Africa.
It's a decent job. It's better than being jobless. You work to earn a living for your children. When you sit here, you have cash flow. You don't need to beg from anyone working on your own.
On this day, Medina has around 1 million Djiboutian franc, the equivalent of $5,600 in her purse. A substantial sum, and yet her colleague Zara plays down the risk.
If someone steals money, they don't come to us. They're scared. There are a lot of us, aren't there? They won't come. If I was alone, they would come.
The women work in groups and help each other, which contributes to their success. In the working class district of PK12, there are money changers too. The area is popular with people from neighbouring Ethiopia, and its currency, the birr, is common. Every day, tuk-tuk drivers, sellers of the leafy drug cat, and traders all need to exchange money. The nearest bank is far away, so the money changers are the fastest solution.
In 90% of cases, it is better to change with them than at the bank. They're earning a livelihood for their families and helping us to exchange money.
2/3 of Djibouti's economy runs on the informal sector. In the country of under 1 million people, women are the ones who keep the money rolling.
At this point, I should also confess I've been to Djibouti and I was amazed by the money changers of Djibouti. Let's turn to some sporting action now. And Kenya has been drawn in Pool B of the HSBC Canada Sevens in Edmonton this weekend. After reaching the final in Vancouver, Kenya will return to the pitch to face their semi-final opponents, USA, Spain and Chile in Pool B. Host Canada is in Pool A. with Vancouver winners South Africa, Hong Kong and Mexico. Pool C comprises of Britain, Ireland, Germany and Jamaica. Only 7 of the men's core teams are taking part in the Canadian events, with New Zealand, Fiji, Australia, Argentina, Japan, France and Samoa among those missing due to the pandemic-related travel restrictions. In Vancouver, Kenya beat Spain and Mexico in the pool stages, Ireland in the quarters and USA in the semis. Shujaa eventually lost to winners South Africa twice in the group stage and in the final.
Canada Sevens champions 2021. They have been dominant from start to finish. The Blitzboks on top.
And Tammy Abraham scored the only goal as Roma beat Udinese 1-0 at the Stadio Olimpico to move up to 4th place in the Italian Serie A. Abraham's finish from Riccardo Calafiori's cross in the 36th minute made it 4 victories from 5 league games for Roma. Roma suffered their first defeat under Jose Mourinho as the manager against Verona on Sunday. They trailed Napoli by 3 points after the leaders maintained their 100% start with a 4-0 win against Sampdoria. Defending champions Inter Milan and their rivals AC Milan remain unbeaten as they sit 1 point above Roma. Inter won 3-1 at Fiorentina on Tuesday, while Milan beat Venezia 2-0, while struggling Juventus earned their first victory of the campaign against Spezia.
Zielinski can set himself. Instead, it's Lozano and Ossi.
31 minutes past the hour. Those are the latest and biggest stories from the NTV newsroom at this hour. Be sure to tune into our subsequent bulletins at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. for more comprehensive stories. My name is Victor Kiprop. Goodbye and God bless.
This is NTV.
Presenting the new Harpic bathroom cleaner. Compared to ordinary detergents, its thick formulation gives you superior cleaning and kills 99.9% of germs and viruses all around the bathroom. Blue
for the toilet
and red
for the bathroom.
Wonderful, your baby's quite active.
After I discovered Molfix, I rediscovered my baby. She's jumping and running around.
Well, we call that the Molfix Comfort. Thanks to its elastic side bands, Molfix provides freedom of movement for your baby. All babies deserve a high-quality diaper. You should also try Molfix.
Cooperatives in Kenya continue to change livelihoods. Imarisha Sacco, whose headquarters is in Kericho, has scaled the heights, growing from 100 members to 130,000 members in 43 years. It is a huge Sacco.
Our asset base is a total of 16 billion Kenya shillings. Our loan portfolio is 12 billion Kenya shillings. Our total deposit from our customers is totaling 11 billion shillings.
Imarisha Sacco has shareholding in Cobank. It's number 5 in Kenya. It's shareholding.
The Keo Plaza is one of the initiatives we supported with an investment of over 350 million.
Kupewa 1 million, nikaendeleza biashara ikakuwa kabisa vizuri, nikapanua nikaweka hardware na kazi ikaendelea vizuri.
Cooperative Bank is working with cooperatives to transform lives.
What am I looking for?
I hope the week has been good to you. Make sure to catch up with us this Saturday on NTV from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for a fan-packed show. On the question of the day, we are asking you currently, which is your favorite social media app? Let us know using our hashtag TeenRepublicNTV.
Nah, bro, you ain't no champagne.
We're gonna have amazing guests coming through on the show, so make sure to engage with us as well. Color your every moment with Fanta. So grab that Fanta and link up with us on Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's gonna be so much vibes. See you then, and God bless.
Teen Republic in association with Fanta.
we add color to everything, to every day and every dish, because the world needs our crazy. We're the different flavors that make life more exciting. We're the ones who add color to every moment. Fanta, color every moment.
The pace, the focus,